Have you ever wondered if your innocent morning routine could be silently setting you up for a stroke? If you are over 65, what you do in those first crucial minutes after waking up might be the difference between a healthy day and a medical emergency that changes your life forever. Right now, as you watch this video, millions of seniors are unknowingly performing 7 seemingly harmless morning habits that are dramatically increasing their stroke risk without any warning signs whatsoever. Your morning coffee ritual, the way you get out of bed, even something as simple as checking your phone, could be triggering dangerous changes in your blood vessels and brain circulation that medical professionals call silent stroke catalysts. These habits appear so normal, so routine, that most people never question them. Yet recent medical research has revealed that these everyday actions create the perfect storm of conditions that can lead to blood clots, dangerous blood pressure spikes, and reduced oxygen flow to your brain. What makes this even more alarming is that strokes in people over 65 often happen without the classic warning signs you might expect. No sudden headache, no obvious weakness, no dramatic collapse. Instead, these morning habits work like invisible saboteurs, slowly but steadily increasing your vulnerability until that one critical moment when your body can no longer compensate. The devastating truth is that by the time most people realize something is wrong, irreversible damage has already occurred. But here's what gives me hope, and what should give you hope too. Every single one of these dangerous habits has a simple, immediate solution that you can implement starting tomorrow morning. You don't need expensive medications, complicated medical procedures, or dramatic lifestyle overhauls. What you need is awareness, and that's exactly what this video will give you. I'm about to reveal the 7 most dangerous morning habits for seniors, counting down from number 7 to the number 1 habit that poses the greatest threat to your brain health. Each habit we discuss will shock you with how common it is, but more importantly, I'll give you the exact steps to transform these hidden dangers into protective morning rituals that actually reduce your stroke risk. Before we dive into this life-saving countdown, I need your help to spread this critical information to other seniors who might be unknowingly putting themselves at risk. If this video could prevent even one stroke by changing someone's morning routine, then hitting that like button right now becomes more than just engagement. It becomes a way to potentially save a life. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now, because your brain health deserves the latest, most important medical insights that can keep you safe and independent for years to come. Let's start our countdown with habit number 7. And I guarantee that what you're about to learn will make you think twice about how you've been starting your mornings. Habit number 7 is skipping water immediately after waking up, and this seemingly innocent oversight is creating a stroke risk that most seniors have no idea exists. When you sleep for 6 to 8 hours, your body continues losing water through breathing, sweating, and natural metabolic processes, even though you're not drinking anything. This creates a state of mild dehydration that becomes particularly dangerous for older adults whose blood composition changes with age. Here's what's happening inside your body that makes this so dangerous. As you age, your blood naturally becomes thicker and more viscous, especially when you're dehydrated. Think of the difference between water and honey. Thick, dehydrated blood moves more slowly through your vessels and has a much higher tendency to form clots. When you wake up after hours without fluid intake, your blood is at its thickest point of the entire day, creating prime conditions for dangerous clots to form in the arteries leading to your brain. But the danger goes even deeper than just thick blood. Dehydration also causes your blood pressure to fluctuate unpredictably. Your heart has to work harder to pump thicker blood through your vessels, which can cause sudden spikes in blood pressure that put enormous strain on the delicate blood vessels in your brain. These vessels, already weakened by age, can rupture under this increased pressure, causing what doctors call a hemorrhagic stroke. The solution is remarkably simple, but incredibly powerful. keep a large glass of water on your nightstand and drink it slowly as soon as you wake up, before you even get out of bed. This immediately begins the rehydration process and starts thinning your blood back to safer levels. Make this your very first morning action, even before checking your phone or using the bathroom. Within just 15 to 20 minutes, this simple habit begins reducing your stroke risk significantly. Habit number 6 is getting out of bed too quickly. And this common mistake creates what medical professionals call orthostatic hypotension, a dangerous condition that dramatically increases stroke risk in seniors. When you've been lying down for hours, your cardiovascular system adjusts to that horizontal position, with your heart rate slowing and your blood pressure stabilizing at lower levels. The moment you suddenly sit up or stand up quickly, you're demanding that your aging cardiovascular system make an instant, dramatic adjustment. Your heart must immediately pump harder to get blood flowing upward against gravity to reach your brain. For seniors, this system doesn't respond as quickly or efficiently as it once did, creating a dangerous gap where your brain temporarily receives insufficient blood flow. During these critical seconds of insufficient blood flow, you're experiencing what's essentially a mini-stroke condition. Your brain cells are being deprived of the oxygen and nutrients they need. And if this happens repeatedly over months and years, it creates cumulative damage that significantly increases your risk of a full stroke. Even worse, the sudden blood pressure changes can cause existing plaques in your arteries to break loose and travel to your brain. The solution requires changing your wake-up routine to give your cardiovascular system time to adjust gradually. When you first wake up, remain lying down for at least 30 seconds while you stretch gently and take deep breaths. Then sit up slowly and remain sitting on the edge of your bed for a full minute before standing. This graduated approach allows your blood pressure and heart rate to adjust naturally, eliminating the dangerous blood flow disruptions that put your brain at risk. Habit number 5 is drinking coffee or caffeine immediately upon waking. And while that morning cup might feel essential for starting your day, it's creating a perfect storm of cardiovascular stress that significantly increases stroke risk for seniors. Caffeine is a powerful stimulant that causes immediate and dramatic changes in your heart rate, blood pressure, and blood vessel function, changes that become increasingly dangerous as you age. When you consume caffeine first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, it's absorbed into your bloodstream almost immediately, causing what doctors call a caffeine surge. This surge forces your heart to beat faster and harder, while simultaneously constricting your blood vessels, creating a dangerous combination of increased pressure flowing through narrowed pathways. For seniors whose blood vessels are already less flexible due to age, this creates enormous stress on the entire cardiovascular system. But the danger extends beyond just immediate blood pressure spikes. Caffeine also increases the production of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which cause your blood to become more likely to clot. When you combine thicker, more clot-prone blood with higher blood pressure and constricted blood vessels, you're creating exactly the conditions that lead to strokes. The timing makes it even worse because your body is already in a vulnerable state from the night's dehydration and the cardiovascular adjustments of waking up. The solution isn't necessarily giving up coffee entirely, but rather changing when and how you consume it. Wait at least 30 to 45 minutes after waking up and eating something before having your first cup of coffee. This allows your body to complete its natural waking process and gives you time to rehydrate properly. When you do have coffee, drink it slowly rather than gulping it down, and always have it with food to slow the absorption rate and reduce the cardiovascular shock. Habit number 4 is checking your phone or email immediately upon waking. And this modern habit is creating a stress response that's literally rewiring your brain for stroke risk in ways that most people never consider. The moment you reach for your phone and start scrolling through messages, news, or social media, you're flooding your just-awakened brain with stimulation that triggers a massive stress response. Your brain, which should be gradually transitioning from sleep to wakefulness, instead gets bombarded with information that activates your fight-or-flight response. This causes an immediate release of stress hormones, including cortisol, adrenaline, and norepinephrine. These hormones cause your heart rate to spike, your blood pressure to increase rapidly, and your blood vessels to constrict, creating the same dangerous cardiovascular conditions that lead to strokes. What makes this particularly dangerous for seniors is that your stress response system becomes less efficient with age, meaning it takes longer for these stress hormones to clear from your system. So that quick check of your phone creates hours of elevated stroke risk that continues long after you've put the device down. Additionally, the blue light from phone screens disrupts your brain's natural cortisol rhythm, causing stress hormone levels to remain elevated throughout the day. But here's where this gets truly alarming, and why the next 3 habits on our countdown are even more dangerous than what we've covered so far. The solution requires creating a phone-free morning routine that protects your brain during its most vulnerable waking hours. Keep your phone in another room while you sleep, or, at minimum, place it far enough from your bed that you have to get up to reach it. Commit to avoiding all screens for the first hour after waking up. Instead, use this time for gentle stretching, meditation, or simply enjoying a peaceful breakfast. This allows your brain and cardiovascular system to wake up, naturally, without the shock of digital stimulation. Habit number 3 is taking hot showers immediately after waking up, and this seemingly relaxing routine is creating a cardiovascular emergency that puts your brain in immediate danger. When you step into a hot shower first thing in the morning, you're subjecting your aging circulatory system to rapid temperature changes that it's simply not prepared to handle safely. Hot water causes your blood vessels to dilate rapidly, which initially drops your blood pressure. But here's where the danger lies. Your body immediately tries to compensate for this sudden drop by increasing your heart rate and constricting other blood vessels to maintain adequate blood flow to vital organs. For seniors, this compensation mechanism often overreacts, causing blood pressure to swing wildly from too low to dangerously high within just minutes. These rapid blood pressure fluctuations are particularly devastating for brain health because the blood vessels in your brain are extremely sensitive to pressure changes. When your blood pressure drops suddenly, your brain doesn't receive enough oxygen-rich blood. When it spikes to compensate, the increased pressure can cause weakened blood vessels to rupture or existing plaques to break loose and block critical arteries. The hot water also causes you to lose additional fluids through sweating, worsening the dehydration that's already making your blood thicker and more prone to clotting. The solution requires adjusting both your shower temperature and timing. Wait at least 1 hour after waking up before showering, giving your cardiovascular system time to fully stabilize from sleep. When you do shower, start with lukewarm water and gradually adjust the temperature to comfortably warm, never hot. Keep your showers brief, no more than 10 minutes, and always end with 30 seconds of slightly cooler water to help your blood vessels adjust gradually back to room temperature. Habit number 2 is skipping breakfast or eating high-sugar breakfast foods. And this nutritional mistake is creating blood sugar chaos that dramatically increases your stroke risk in ways that most seniors don't understand. When you wake up, your blood sugar is naturally at its lowest point after hours of fasting during sleep. How you choose to fuel your body in those first crucial hours determines whether you're protecting your brain or putting it in serious danger. Skipping breakfast entirely forces your body into what's called a prolonged fasting state, which causes your liver to release stored glucose into your bloodstream. This glucose release is often excessive and uncontrolled, causing your blood sugar to spike dramatically. High blood sugar acts like sandpaper on the inside of your blood vessels, causing inflammation and damage that makes them more prone to developing the plaques and clots that cause strokes. But eating the wrong breakfast, Foods can be even more dangerous than eating nothing at all. Foods high in refined sugars and simple carbohydrates, such as pastries, sugary cereals, or white bread, cause your blood sugar to skyrocket even higher than the natural fasting spike. This creates what doctors call a glucose tsunami that floods your bloodstream with sugar levels that are toxic to your blood vessels and brain tissue. High blood sugar also makes your blood thicker and stickier, dramatically increasing the risk of clot formation. It triggers inflammation throughout your cardiovascular system and causes your blood pressure to fluctuate unpredictably. For seniors, whose bodies are already less efficient at processing sugar, these effects are magnified and last much longer, creating hours of elevated stroke risk every single morning. The solution requires eating a balanced breakfast within 1 hour of waking up, focusing on foods that provide steady, sustained energy without dangerous blood sugar spikes. Choose protein-rich foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, or nuts, combined with complex carbohydrates like oatmeal or whole grain toast, and healthy fats like avocado. This combination helps stabilize your blood sugar, reduces inflammation, and provides your brain with the steady fuel it needs to function optimally. Now, we arrive at the number 1 most dangerous morning habit for seniors. And this one is so common that nearly everyone over 65 does it without ever realizing they're putting their life at risk every single day. The number 1 most dangerous morning habit is taking blood pressure or heart medications immediately upon waking with little or no food or water. This might shock you because you've probably been told by doctors to take your medications first thing in the morning, but the timing and method of how you take these crucial medications can literally determine whether they protect you or put you in danger. When you take blood pressure medications on an empty stomach immediately after waking, you're creating a perfect storm of cardiovascular instability. Your blood pressure naturally fluctuates throughout the day in what's called a circadian rhythm, typically being lowest during sleep and rising gradually upon waking. Blood pressure medications are designed to lower your pressure, but when taken during this natural morning rise, they can cause your blood pressure to plummet dangerously low before swinging back up unpredictably. This medication-induced blood pressure roller coaster is particularly dangerous for seniors because your brain's blood flow regulation becomes less efficient with age. When your blood pressure drops too low, your brain doesn't receive adequate oxygen and nutrients. When it swings back up rapidly, the sudden pressure increase can cause blood vessels to rupture or plaques to break loose. Taking these medications without food also affects how quickly they're absorbed, making their effects more unpredictable and potentially more dangerous. Heart medications like blood thinners present additional risks when taken incorrectly in the morning. Blood thinners are designed to prevent clots, but when taken on an empty stomach combined with morning dehydration, they can make your blood too thin, increasing the risk of dangerous bleeding in your brain. The interaction between these medications and your body's natural morning cardiovascular changes creates a window of vulnerability that lasts for several hours after you take them. The solution requires working with your doctor to optimize your medication timing and method. Take your medications with a small amount of food and water, even if it's just a piece of toast or a few crackers. This helps stabilize the absorption rate and reduces the risk of dangerous blood pressure swings. Some doctors may recommend splitting doses or adjusting timing based on your individual cardiovascular patterns. Never change your medication routine without medical supervision, but do discuss these timing concerns with your healthcare provider. If you're taking multiple medications, the order and spacing become crucial. Some medications interact with each other in ways that can be particularly dangerous in the morning when your body is already vulnerable. Your doctor can help you create a morning routine that maximizes the protective benefits of your medications while minimizing the risks. But managing these 7 dangerous habits isn't just about preventing strokes. It's about reclaiming control over your health and your future. Every morning, you have the power to choose habits that either protect your brain or put it at risk. The difference between a healthy, independent future and one marked by disability often comes down to these seemingly small daily decisions. The science is clear, and the solutions are simple. But knowledge without action is worthless. Starting tomorrow morning, you have the opportunity to transform your daily routine into a powerful stroke prevention strategy. Imagine waking up each day knowing that every habit you've chosen is actively protecting your brain, keeping your blood vessels healthy, and extending your years of independence and vitality. What we've covered today represents decades of medical research condensed into practical, life-saving actions that anyone can implement immediately. These aren't complicated medical procedures or expensive treatments. They're simple changes that cost nothing, but can literally save your life and preserve your quality of life for years to come. Think about the people in your life who matter most to you: your children, grandchildren, friends who depend on you being healthy and present in their lives. Every morning habit you change isn't just protecting you, it's protecting your ability to be there for them, to create more memories, to continue being the person they love and need. The choice is yours, and it starts tomorrow morning. Will you continue the habits that silently increase your stroke risk, or will you choose the path of protection and prevention? Your brain, your family, and your future self are counting on the decision you make right now. But is that all? What else can be revealed about protecting your brain health as you age? What other hidden dangers might be lurking in your daily routine that you haven't even considered yet? Find out in the next videos as we continue uncovering the secrets to maintaining a sharp, healthy brain well into your golden years. If this information has opened your eyes to dangers you never knew existed and solutions you never considered, I'd be incredibly grateful if you could leave a super thanks to support this channel. Your financial support is what allows me to research, investigate, and bring you these life-saving insights that you won't find anywhere else. Financial help literally helps this channel reach further, bringing these crucial health revelations to more seniors who desperately need this information. Every super thanks you leave directly contributes to saving lives by spreading awareness about these hidden health dangers. Remember, knowledge is only powerful when it's shared. If someone you love is over 65, share this video with them today. It might just be the most important thing you ever do for their health and safety.